Alright, today we are going to do a random range roundup. I have taken a bunch of the finest low-cost weapons, handguns that you can get, and taken them to the range to see. Some of them I've shot before. A couple of them were brand new. A couple of them weren't surprising. A couple of them were surprising. So as I'm cleaning them, I'm going to go through, and we are going to start with the SCT framed Glock similar thing. This, like I said, is going to be the first project. It's going to be a gloss white with some rainbow accents. I want to get the gloss white painted on something because I have a plan for this thing. It is not going to be that anodized gold on the outside. That is way too much. But gloss white along with the rest of the body and some gold accents and a polished chrome barrel. I think it's going to be a really nice looking gun. So let's get to cleaning this. All of these had at least 50 up to 100 rounds through them. I just like to clean everything when I get done. So they're probably not going to be that dirty, but that's okay. Never hurts to clean. Right, so let's get this. We're not going to be able to take this slide off until we get the compensator off, are we? Alright, so let's... I had already pre-loosened this. It was tighter when I actually used it, don't worry. And compensator... yeah, I think that's just pressed on there, isn't it? Yeah, that gasket really sealed. Alright, yeah, dirty. Okay, alright, just like a Glock, comes apart very easy. First thing I'm going to do is give it a little wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol, just to check and see how much dirt there is, and there really is not much. We are pretty clean with this one, so I like that. Still needs to be cleaned, but not a big deal. So this one was one of the ones that surprised me. I've shot this before in its closer to stock, I guess, form, with a non-threaded barrel and no compensator, and it ran perfectly fine. Nothing remarkable in any way. But when I took it to the range yesterday with the compensator on, it wanted to stovepipe the last round instead of rejecting and hanging the magazine open. Which, I mean, I know I could probably fix that with just changing out the spring, and the compensator is going to affect the way it runs. But I did not notice enough of a difference with the compensator to even worry about it. I mean, I'll probably have it on the build just because it'll look good and aesthetics matter. But I was generally unimpressed with the compensator. It did not seem to reduce any kick or recoil. But that's okay too. That's why we try things. We are getting a little bit of residue coming off. Nothing remarkable. Nothing not expected. Just using some standard patches and isopropyl alcohol, and she'll be good here in a quick sec. Make sure you get all the pieces, and then I go back in some of the nooks and crannies with a little isopropyl directly, and in the edges here, and in the edges here, and there too. See, we're still getting some dirt off. And this is the last time this gun's going to be shot before it is sandblasted and Cerakoted. So again, all of this really is superfluous anyway. Slide's fine. Let's see what the barrel looks like. I don't know how we go. You see, so there's some barrel there. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and get the back part. Poor rainbow turning black. Euphemism for life. Let's see what we can do here. That sounded overly pessimistic, and that's okay. That's kind of where I'm at today. So yeah, rainbow turning black, kind of like life. All right, that one's dead. Let's get a little bit more scrub. That one went to the Netherlands, and I'm just going to run this through the threads, because there's some buildup in the threads. Not bad, but enough that I just want to get it cleaned up. I like things clean. And actually got a little buildup in the threads, but that's okay. That's why we're cleaning. I'm gonna have to learn how to edit videos better, because this is gonna be really monotonous, baby, and y'all are gonna want something more action filled. So I'm gonna have to speed this up, and we're gonna just for giggles, we're just gonna run a bore snake through there, and we'll put a couple drops of some CLP just on the edge for the bore snake to pick up. And oh yeah, nice and clean. You hear the bristles of the bore snake just doing a little bit of scrubbing. Now always go the same direction as the bullet travels. Don't want to put anything outward in the barrel. Get them nice and clean. Nice and clean. I know you probably can't see that, but I'm trying. And no, I don't know how close this can focus. Probably not very close. Okay. Anyway, so that's pretty much the slide's done. Put that back. Put this back. Put this O-ring back. We are going to need, you know what? I'm going to take this. Let the barrel protrude a little bit, so I can get this O-ring to sit past. This O-ring's more of a buffer between the slide and the compensator. Oh, the compensator. What am I going to? I need to clean that before I put it back on. So let's see what we got here. This should be a little dirty. It's not too bad. Inside, outside. Yeah, I definitely got some. And again, this is going to be this is going to be sandblasted before it's used again, and it's going to be sanded and profiled, and going to have a bunch of stuff done to it before it gets used again. So it doesn't have to be super perfect. And I don't know what color this is going to end up being. The body will be white like the rest of the gun, but I don't know about the barrel end. Any suggestions? I'm willing to listen. I'd like to find a rainbow one, but I don't know if they actually make that. Alright, so let's do a little check. It's coming out clean. All the little ports coming out mostly clean. Okay, a little bit. Let's go in there just to make sure. And get around the outside. Alright, that looks good enough. So let's go ahead and get the compensator in place and the barrel extender screwed on. We're not going to make this super tight because again it's not going to be fired before it gets disassembled again and worked over. So alright, let's look at the frame. Frames don't normally need too much, just a little bit down here. We get a little blowback, a little dirt, a little powder residue. Nothing real major, nothing that causes any problems. I had already lubed this before, and again it's going to be fully disassembled before I Cerakote it, so we're not going to worry about that too much. It is pretty much good to go. Let's do one more little bit just at the muzzle end to make sure we're good there, and we are. So we have, all right, the video timed out, and when I was in the middle of fumbling around with reassembling this, I don't know how much made it through. Whatever it is, we'll leave it in there. When I was cleaning it, looks like I engaged the trigger, I think, and the slide didn't want to go back on, so we took it back apart, and it's all good. It's all nice and clean and ready to be disassembled and Cerakoted. Did not surprise me at the range at all. It did do the stovepiping at the end of the mags, but not entirely unexpected. All right, no mag in this, and looks fine. Looks fine there. G43X. There really was no surprises with this. There never are. This thing is. I mean, it's what you'd expect with a Glock. It is solid, reliable, shoots the same way all the time, doesn't screw up. I haven't had any problems with it at least. We're going to start backwards with this, just get this frame cleaned up a little bit here real quick, and then we'll get the slide addressed. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of dirt, but nothing that we're concerned about. Check the muzzle end. That all looks fine. Rails. I'm gonna put a drop of some magic oil on the rails because I haven't in a while. No problems with cycling, but I like it when things are properly oiled. All right, let's start with the barrel here. Barrel here first. And this thing is like clean. Okay, let's dry it off a little bit. Put a couple drops of CLP in there. And run the bore snake through it a couple times. Not that bore snake. I got one. You know what? I think. Yeah. That's why I didn't drag so much. I used the wrong bore snake in the first time. See? We don't do things right around here all the time, but we do things. Anyway. That's the resistance I wanted to see that I was missing in the other one. Yeah. Okay. So. 9mm bore snake. Not 9mm bore snake. Okay, let's get this slide real quick. Again, no surprises with this. The red dot's dialed in. It is on now. It's a what is it? Vortex? Yeah, Vortex Defender CCW, and it's just a tiny thing. Shake awake. Doesn't cause any problems. Once it's sighted in, it causes a lot of good. Okay. I'm going to, let's try a little bit more isopropyl just to make sure we get all of this nice and clean. Yeah, that was really clean. I don't think I put 50 rounds through here. With the 10 round mags, I think I kind of shoot this one less. Anyway, looks good. Didn't take much. Nice and clean. And I hit the trigger again. Man, that would have done the same thing as before. Come on. There we go. Alright. Second one's done. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Newer gun. I've shot it a couple times before. Taurus TX 22 compact, no mag, not loaded. Exactly like the Glock. Inside though, it's not as easy to clean in the body. It doesn't have as much exposed, and the slides are right there. But you know what? It doesn't get the residue as much as the Glock either. I mean, this is coming out mostly clean. Well, then again, it's a 22 too, so it's not really going to make much. Anyway, that looks perfectly fine. Let's look at the barrel. It's so tiny. I got a little wipe. Yeah, this thing just doesn't need much at all. Let's try the bore snake with this. The bore snake is labeled 22 or 223 or 556, so I'm assuming it's made for rifles, and the leader length is certainly long enough for rifles, but it should do the same thing here. Let's put a little oil in there before I run through, just a drip. There we go. I don't know, am I pulling it back too far? I need to come up with some type of self-warning to not pull it back so far, or move the camera up or something, but yeah, there we go, much better. That is a 22 bore snaking, and I got it good. This is pretty clean. Alright, let's see what we got with the slide. Nothing. We clean inside. What the heck, does this thing not get dirty? I fired this a lot and it's fun. I like this. This is the Oh, there we go. That's where all the residue went, right up in there. Right, it all blew back against this. So that's all right. We'll get it clean because that's what we're here for. And that ledge right there, it looks like it's got a good coating. And I have to watch that firing pin, because all this buildup looks like it's not going to stop right here. It's probably going to go right in where that firing pin hides. And the ejector looked like it was dirty, but I think we're all good. Another quick clean. Quick clean for guns that don't get that dirty. I like that. That's why most people don't clean them after every time, but shh, we don't talk about that. Other way. There we go. Alright, that was, this one goes right there, down, back, down, back. Everything looks good. Put it in the gun pile. Alright, now we got the two new ones. Both of them surprised me for different reasons. Let's start with this. The 22 Tuck. I took it right out of the box to the range. Normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I would take it apart, clean it, and oil it first. I did not, and at the range this thing was a mess. I had failure to ejects, I had failure to fires, I had a number of failure to fires with both Aguila and federal uppercuts, high velocity Aguila, federal uppercuts. It puked on all of them, and I think part of it is this slide is so it's way too tight. It shouldn't be that tight. I think there we go. If we release that, it should. Yeah, I'll have to look at how this slide comes off. Oh, but whatever it is, that slide is way too hard. Why? I think it should just come off like this. We got it popped up, but it's just so hard. I'm putting a lot of force on this thing, and it's just not cooperating. The adventures we have live on stage. So we are like jammed here now. All right, now let's try. I can't do anything slowly with it. It's just like binary. There we go. Finally, I think that is just dry as a bone, and it needs some lube. That was entirely unreasonable. There's a little. There's virtually no lubrication on there. I bet you that's going to make the difference. But let's go ahead and clean it. See what it looks like. I have not. It's the first time I've shot this one, so first time I've cleaned it. I don't know what it's going to look like. Again, it's just a 22. A little bit, definitely as much residue as the 22 compact, which isn't surprising, but for as badly as it ran, it kind of is. Okay, and let's go ahead and just do a little wipe on it. And I mean, it's all coming out clean. I don't think there's any issues with the clean. I think there were just issues with the lubrication. It was just a dry weapon. Okay, let's Get a clean one. Come on. Why are we using dirty ones? Alright. Okay. Slide's clean. I am going to have to... it needs... I'm using a Canon... old Canon 60D, and I need some type of audible indicator for when it stops recording. I don't know when it stopped recording. I haven't looked up in a while. You may have missed me fighting with the slide. It was way too tight, and almost completely unlubricated, and we did get it off and cleaned, and it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. We're going to clean the barrel real quick and then put it back together. Just a tiny touch of some CLP, and we will run the force snake through it, and I bet you we're going to have a nice and clean barrel. There we go. I think maybe you saw a flash there. I'm going to take a look, and barrel's clean. Everything looks good there. Slide going back. It fought me coming off. Let's see if we can figure out how to get, you know what? I am going to put a couple of drops of some magic juice on this before I put it back right in the slide where it's going to run. And let's see if we can see where it hangs up. I don't even know where it hangs up. I'm going to put a little bit here, and a little bit here, and a little bit here. Maybe a touch there. Let's do a touch on top of each of these. It'll work in as we go. So let's see what we got here. See if we can put this back together. I don't know how. I barely got this off, so I have to figure out how to get it back on. It looks like we got some indentations here in the slide for it to slide on. I don't think it does there. It does right there. The barrel does come up a little bit more. This gun has been a surprise at every step. I think we're going to have to go on here and then get back here. This needs to get back here. Get back here. There, yep, like that. Like that. And then it needs to come back and go down. Oh, we reset the trigger. Oh no, it's not a, it's a single level action. Ah. I mean, it's sitting there. Oh man, it's just so hard. All right, we are back together. That is just so heavy. It can't be right. But I don't know. We'll see. Let's wipe up a little bit. We got a little extra oil there. We'll see. Anyway, so that one surprised me in a bad way. I was really looking forward to this. I thought this was going to be a good gun to shoot. The trigger pull is ridiculous. And yes, it's heavy, but it doesn't engage until you are almost at the frame. And I was getting to the point by slowly pulling the trigger, the meat of the middle section of my index finger was getting caught between the trigger and the frame. So I'd have to move that in the middle of a trigger pull, and I don't know. I mean, I really wanted to like this, but it's making it hard to like. So the last one we're going to clean is this Kel-Tec P17. This one I did get with the optical ready slide, and I've got an optic for it today, the same RET, whatever was on the TX22R or something, and it's been fine. So I figured I'd get that again. Yeah, so I'll put that on. But this thing surprised me. The trigger is incredibly light and just super easy to actuate and control. I was surprised by that. I was surprised by how well it fired. I was surprised how well it felt while shooting it. I mean, I don't like the way it feels in my hand. It's just so unbelievably plasticky until I get my hands on it and we make it pretty and nice. But I mean, really nice shooting gun. No mag. We're clear. Let's do that, and let's do this. And oh wait, that's not. Wait, what do we do here? Put this back there. What do I do? What do we do with this one? Okay, we're full. I've had this slide off before. The slide release is there, and this is the pulley thing. Normally you just pull it back. Oh, am I just not giving enough ass? No. What do we got going on here now? Oh, well, we're not there. So. Oh, I could not be dumb. And that, there we go. I could not be dumb, but then there's reality, I guess. So, okay, let's get back to this. And do a little mixing. I mean, this fired the same set of ammo that the other Tauruses did, but it's not nearly as dirty at the entrance to the barrel. We'll see how it looks on the business end of the slide, but seriously, it doesn't look that bad. All right, let's just go right to getting it clean lubed. All right, and that one looks like that one, and we'll go ahead and get this out and untwisted, and nice, very nice. It's a nice bore snake. I like that. And the bore of the barrel looks good. I don't know that you're going to be able to see that. That was a tough. There we go. Actually, we see it. Nice and clean. All right, let's look at the slide. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of crunch there, but we'll get that up. Yeah, not anywhere near as much as the Taurus, which again is surprising. So we had a couple surprises with range day, and that is that the Kel-Tec was surprisingly good, and the Taurus 22 Tuck was surprisingly not good and disappointing. But we'll see. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does better with a little bit more break in. We'll take it we'll take it next week and see if we can cycle enough through there that it gets in a groove to make itself happy. All right, so this one is actually super simple to disassemble and clean, and I think the takedown just back another inch there, and yep, we're good there. All right, that is all the guns from the range clean. One more thing popped up yesterday. It was something that I couldn't bring myself to buy new wholesale. This feels just as terrible as everybody thinks. It is so heavy and off balance and clunky. I mean, this slide is unreasonably heavy. No mag. No bullet. Not loaded. So, this I got used, and I immediately disassembled it down to the bare frame. It's a very simple. Well, this is a Hi-Point C9, in case anybody hasn't seen. And looking at it as we've looked at the others, in the first video we looked at the mold lines. This one in the grip area has some huge mold lines. But the interesting thing is, in front of the trigger guard, they have cleaned all that up. You see how it's all nice and smooth and doesn't feel like it was just a molded piece of plastic. You could do that through all of the things. They didn't do it here underneath the trigger. They didn't do it here where your fingers go. They didn't do it in between the serrations, which I understand they're serrations, so you're not going to notice that by feel. But you definitely notice this here when you're holding it. So finishing. And we can beat up Hi-Point for the finishing of that, but actually this one shows more attention just with a little bit of polishing there. This shows more attention to finishing than any of the other guns we looked at the last time. So yeah, this one's on the project list. We are starting at the bottom and building from there. So we're going to try and make this the best C9 that we can. And I think there's an aftermarket optic mount that'll replace the Kel-Tec we can, and add some optics to it. Cerakote it. I'm trying to find a 3D print file for the grips. I want to replace the grips. These feel just like 1980s burner weapon grips. I tried yesterday to print a couple that are available in the usual file places, but the profile was too high. It sticks. They stick out too far or too high from the regular grip. It looks so close, and I'd like to see this work, but it's just not there yet. So we will keep looking. If anybody knows a STL file for just some basic grips, I would love it if you put that in the comments. At this point, that's where we're at. Next time in the gun pile, let's get this out. This thing is going to be coming apart to get cleaned up and taped off and ready for some Cerakoting, and then we will go from there. So do all of the YouTube things, trying to get this ground floor started. So anything you can do to help spread the word, talk about it, anything would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you next time. Bye.